Oops.
Thank you all so much for being here. Coach Taylor, would you like to start with an opening statement?
Yeah, no, excited for our guys. Complete win here for us and special teams, so that was phenomenal. Offensively, we finally got it going, and the defense, I think, was exceptional the entire game. Disruptive on first and second down. Great third down defense, and they really controlled the game the entire evening.
All right, we'll take questions. Please don't forget to state your name and publication before you start your questions.
All right, Ben Parker, Rivals.com. So just talk about two things. Tyler Bachmeier's touchdown just on the punt return, and then also just what kind of went into the decision to have him returning kicks and punts.
Yeah, Bryce was down for this game, just didn't feel ready to play physically. And so Tiger stepped in, got a lot of confidence in him. I mean, I thought he was going to fair catch the ball, and luckily he didn't. Made somebody miss and picked up an unbelievable amount of great blocks, and then he showed off his speed a little bit.
Dylan Grau, Stanford on SI. So how did the punt return change the momentum of the game and kind of get you guys going there the rest of the second half?
Yeah, so I think there were two things there. You know, when we got stopped inside the 5, I think they had a lot of momentum, you know, and they did some good things. Our defense did a great job. I think Cal Poly got a first down, and then we forced a punt. We were able to call timeout and save some time. And then we had some big plays going down the field, and I think that was huge going into the game, going into the half, 14-7. So I think that was helpful for a young team to have a little bit of momentum. And then coming out again, the defense got a stop early on. I think they gave up maybe one first, and then we were able to get the ball and make an exceptional return. So quickly it turned from a 7-7 game to a 21-7 game, and had some momentum and some rhythm. And then our guys were in attack mode, and they did a great job.
Steve Kroner, San Francisco Chronicle. Troy, I know any win is a good win, and I know you guys you don't want to talk about the past and all that, but you do know that you kind of had the monkey on the back of not having won here in almost 2 years. How good is it to get that monkey off your back?
Yeah, all like you said to begin with, all the wins are difficult and tough because teams got good players and good coaches, and they prepare and they give it all. So any time you win, the goal is to win every time we go out there, and just really proud and happy for our guys. And you know, the next step now is having a great learn from this and having a great bye week, and then get ready for Syracuse and moving on.
Grand Avalon Channel Tree. Elijah Brown comes in during the fourth quarter and quickly leads a touchdown drive. How would you evaluate what you saw from him today? Really
good. It's what we've seen since he's been here in the spring. Exceptional anticipation, exceptional accuracy, composure. You know, there's a reason the guy was 44-2. He's very composed. He's a really talented player, and he's going to be a good one.
Troy, Mike Wagman, the Associated Press. You mentioned Bachmeier's touchdown, but you got a lot of big plays on special teams and in different phases. The fake punt, the block field goal, so many different things. What does that do on the sidelines for the rest of the team when you're getting that kind of production out of the special teams?
It's a great question. I think, you know, when we had an assignment error on our first drive and got hit in the backfield and fumbled, and then our defense came on, did a nice job, and got a block by our special teams. So that was massive. They did it all game. I thought the field position was pretty good for the most part. You know, so I think there's sometimes a real opportunity when when you have a little bit more depth in the other team and special teams. And then Emmett Kenny has been exceptional. I mean, he's really been exceptional. So yeah, special teams was a definite win for us this evening, and I felt like it was last week too. So it was closer, but I thought we did a good job on special teams week 1. So we're gonna have to continue that as we play, get into the ACC games.
Harold Gutman with the Bay Area News Group. Ashton's instrumental in the run game, but I guess the flip side to that is he takes a lot of hits. How do you kind of balance, him getting going, but also, you want to save him for the season?
No, you're right. You're absolutely right. There's a limit to how many hits that you can take. The thing about Ashton, he's one of the biggest, strongest, fastest guys on our team, and he's tough. So that's a part of his game, if he's playing, is to run the football. And so we got to play to his strengths. But the other side of that is, yes, we got to give him more balance with runs to the F or to a running back, and hopefully we'll get that. A young offensive line, got some young guys playing. They did some good things, but we definitely need to improve and improve quickly in order to balance just the quarterback runs.
Yeah, Troy, following up on that, if there were one thing to me, looking at the stats, that would be concerning for you is that you really didn't get a whole lot of production out of your running backs in the running game, and that kind of was the same thing last week and really almost last year. How do you change that?
Just continue to work. Like I said, the key runs were pretty good for us, so that's going to be a benefit for us. But just got to continue to work. I mean, we're a young team, so the jumps have to be significant every single week when you're playing with young guys. So we got to just continue to, we'll come in tomorrow and watch the tape and then move forward quickly. So the trend has to be upward each week with young guys, because we're not satisfied with playing games close. We want to win them. So we're going to play with young guys, and they got to get better.
You kind of touched on the young offensive line, but kind of a new lineup out there with McLaughlin and Rogers not starting. Just kind of what went into that decision to have the starting five that you did?
Yeah, we got some athleticism with Bakalenko and House. Obviously, House is, he was a senior in high school last year, so that's tough moving into the college level and playing. But where we're at right now as a program is a freshman, and they got to come in and play, and they got to be able to contribute. And so, and they're talented. And so, but we will move guys around, and Levi ended up coming back in and playing most of the game. So we brought him back in, and he did a nice job. So it's really about just giving ourselves an opportunity to win in real time, not waiting for 4 or 5 games to figure things out, but being bold and taking opportunities to get guys in and see what they can do.
Cedric Irvin had a couple of big catches out of the backfield. What makes him so effective in that part of the
Yeah,
game?
he's a really tough kid, first and foremost, and he's pretty versatile. I think our backs are versatile. They're young, but they're versatile guys that have the ability. You got a chance to see Chris Davis play a little bit, and Ford, and then Cedric Irvin. So feel good about all those guys. Again, really young guys that are getting a ton of experience. And they did some good things, but they'll need to progress next week.
You guys had a 17-point third quarter. What went into that, or what was the message coming out of halftime to kind of allow that to happen, to get firing fast coming out of the halftime?
Yeah, I think the message was we got to continue to play well on defense like we had the first 2 quarters and get it going on offense. And then, our whole message for the entire game was to be physical and execute for 4 quarters right from the beginning. And those guys Cal Poly came out and it did some really good things. The trick play was pretty impressive. But it was really just about, like any game, sustained focus and passion for the game, and realizing and believing in yourself that eventually the tide or the game is gonna move in your favor. Now, you certainly have more belief after you've done it a few times, but hopefully we'll build on this and do it a number of times this year and gain our confidence and realizing that at some point the game will turn in our favor.
Troy, you mentioned the bye week. A little early for a bye week, but you don't have a choice in that.
Yeah.
What do you plan for the bye week going into Syracuse?
Yeah, the bye week, it's hard to predict where a good bye week will be, so I don't look too much into that. I think we got a couple of games on tape, and have a big game coming up, and now we have an opportunity. Hopefully we're healthy. I haven't talked to the training staff yet, but get an opportunity to progress and improve, and then get better for our first ACC game. So it'll be just like we always do, evaluate what we've done, what we can do to improve, the schematics and what we're doing to give our guys a better chance, building it on their talents, and then just continuing to hone in on our skills and hopefully be a better team in our next game than we were today.
Any other questions for Coach?
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Go Card.
All right, we will continue now with Colin Wright.
Oh, shoot, I forgot.
All right, we'll jump straight into questions for Colin Wright. Again, please state your name and publication. Thank you.
Hey, Colin, Ben Bucker, CardinalSportsReport.com. Just walk us through that INT that you had.
Really just a great call from Coach April. We coming into the week against USD last week. It was all film study. Coach April knew they would eventually come to that concept, so he just put me in a great position. All I had to do was catch the ball. I did that, and it's something that I could be better is ball security. Don't give them a chance to get the ball back. But overall, I think it's a great play. Got our defense off the field, gave our offense a chance to score. So pretty exciting.
Grand Avalon Channel Tree. Colin, the offense commits an early turnover, and you guys get off the field allowing 0 points. How big was that momentum-wise early on?
I think it's always big. I think something that we come into the week with is being the best defense on every snap, every drive. So I think that's something we embodied this game. I think obviously last year and the game we had last week, I think a big part of it was winning early. When you win early, you have a better chance of winning, and being the best defense, you let your offensive coordinator and you let your offense be more comfortable out there. So I think that's something we embodied all week, all camp. It goes all the way back. So doing that early and just giving our offense a chance is something that helped us a lot.
There's no more FCS teams on the schedule, but what can a game like this kind of do confidence-wise heading into ACC play?
I'm good. I mean, obviously everybody knows what happened last year when we played at FCS schools, so definitely none of us take any opponent for granted. We game plan the same. We do all the daily operations the same. So obviously we're going to go against some great teams in the next couple of weeks and the whole entire season. So we just keep preparing, getting better at the little things, and if we do those things, we'll have no issues.
Steve Croner from the San Francisco Chronicle. Colin, I know guys say the past is the past, and we don't. All we do is focus on what's ahead of us. But you guys know you hadn't won here in a long time. How good is it to get that monkey off your back?
It's awesome. It's good for everybody. It's good for us as players, good for the student body, good for our coaches, just everybody that's involved in these game day operations, just for us to go out there and represent our university and get a win. And just kind of like you said, it's been a minute since I was a freshman. I'm a junior now, so it's awesome for the guys that have been here, who went through that early, just like I did, to finally get that turned around and be able to celebrate at home is great.
Colin, Michael Wagner with the Associated Press. What's the domino effect on the rest of the team when your special teams are making all the kind of plays they did, not just in one phase, but in almost every phase of their game? I
think it's momentum changers. That's what our coaches told us all week. And going into this week, we knew we had to be great on special teams. That they showed some things that we thought as a special teams unit that we could attack, and we did. We came up with a block kick, and then obviously Tiger's awesome touchdown. So those things are just momentum changes that change how everybody plays. You get more energy on the sideline, guys start feeling it. So those plays definitely helped us get over the early slump.
Just talk about third quarter. You outscored them 17-0. Just what do you think was the key to you guys kind of flipping the switch so effectively in that third quarter?
I think just knowing that we're a good team and just going out there and playing. I think in the first half, in all three phases, we're a little hesitant for some reason, just trying not let them make the play instead of just going out there and playing fast. And I think that's something that switched. We had great locker room energy coming into the half. Guys telling us to compete, guys telling us to go hard, and I think that good aura that we had in the locker room is just amazing for the guys to go out there, and like you said, we held them scoreless in the third quarter, so it was awesome.
Thank you so much, Colin.
Thank you.
Can I get one more?
Sorry, one more question.
My apologies, British accent here. Now, I did want to get some thoughts on the trick play that they scored on you guys. Just what kind of happened on that play? Just defensive breakdown. Just from a defensive perspective, what could you guys have done differently on that one touchdown they did score?
Just bad communication. Just we have to be better. I have to be better. Just as an entire defense, coach put us in a good position. We just have to stay focused, locked in, and eliminate those plays so it doesn't happen. So just us as players, we'll take the blame for that one. We just got to be better, communicate better with each other. So thank you. Go Card.
All right, we'll finish up tonight with quarterback Ashton Daniels. We'll start questions the exact same way we've been going.
All right, Ben Parker, CardinalSports.com. Same question I asked Colin. What was kind of the key to you guys flipping the switch in that third quarter there after a close first half?
Yeah, I think something that Coach Taylor has been preaching all week is just dominance from the get-go, and obviously kind of lacked out a little bit in the first half, but I think we came out super strong. We were very resilient coming out in the second half. Obviously, Tiger gets that long punt return touchdown, kind of gets the guys going. Momentum's rolling. Guys are starting to loosen up on the sidelines, and I think we just took it and ran from there.
Ashton, Steve Curran from the San Francisco Chronicle. We talked last week. Look, you guys know you hadn't won here in a while, and I know you try to minimize it, but now that you have won here, how cool is it?
Yeah, obviously, it feels great. We have our little tradition of Sea House, after every win, and, it's a little more comforting when you finally get to do that at home. Once again, we haven't won here since I want to say my freshman year when we beat Colgate. So, it's just a little bit more special when you get to do that Sea House chant, in your own locker room. Great for the guys, great for the community. Everyone that, wants to see us be great. I think that we pleased them tonight. And, I think the guys overall are just extremely happy for this win.
Grand Avalon Channel Tree. The game was tied with under 2 minutes to go in the first half, and you guys score a late touchdown. Can you talk about the importance of that drive going into halftime?
Yeah, obviously it's pretty heartwarming when you have a 2-minute drive that you go down and convert on, you get a touchdown. But I think that was really, really big for us because, obviously Cal Poly gets the ball, when we come out in the second half. So being able to go in with a little bit of momentum in a halftime, scoring that touchdown, I think was really, really big for us. I think that it allowed the defense to be a little bit more comfortable coming out with that first drive in the second half. And credit to the defense. They were locked down tonight and they looked great.
For the past season plus, you and Justin have alternated. You've been the main guy for a while, and he certainly has had his moments. Could you foresee a situation where you might have 3 guys in the mix, the way Elijah played in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, I mean, possibly. Who knows? Coach Taylor's got a great offense. Extremely creative. But Elijah looked great out there tonight. We were so fired up for him on the sidelines, making big time throws, big time reads. And it's really exciting when you take a guy, a really young guy that early enrolls under your wing, kind of show him the ropes. Get him going throughout camp, both of our camps, and you just see him continue to grow and then, come out here and do what he did tonight was just extremely satisfying for us as a QB room as well as the whole offense.
You had a nice sort of Sam Roush at the 2-yard line on one of those drives. Just talk about how important it is for you guys to kind of get him going more consistently in the offense.
Yeah, it's extremely important. Sam is a really, really big guy who's got a freaking motor on him. You get the ball in his hands and you know that you're going to get, 5 to 10, even possibly even more sometimes, yards after the catch. So, he's a really, really big target for us. I love when we continue to incorporate him more and more in the offense, get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing.
Any other questions? All right.
Thank you, guys. Go Card.